Yo, what's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy LaRon, female rapper Lee. I'm back with another video. Yo, please come in and thumbs up this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. Hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time that I go live or I do a uploads. Once again, shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to all of my returning subscribers. Shout out to the people who respect my channel, show my channel love. Make sure that you support the channel. The Cash App is on the screen. $ Cookie Confidant 83 on that Cash App. I'll also be posting that link in the description in the comments on the video. So listen, today, few topics. I want to talk about Young Thug's YSL RICO trial. Also, Nicki Minaj, is she pushing back the album for a week or so? Listen, we're gonna chit chat about that. Also, Diddy was kicked out of the Capitol preparatory schools. They have a few schools. We're gonna talk about that. And then also Cardi B, she has some sort of lawsuit that was brewing, and I'll give my opinion on who I think that was aimed at, if that audio is even real. But listen, we definitely going to touch on that. I hope all of y'all doing well. It's Tuesday evening, so I definitely want to get this video out. So where I want to land at first is Young Thug and the YSL RICO trial. So I just want to read this article. It's on the New York Times. I thought it was a really good article. So just to share it with people who possibly don't know the details to this case. So Young Thug's YSL RICO trial, what to know. So here, young Thug is in court. He pleaded not guilty and denied all charges in the racketeering and gang conspiracy trial in Atlanta. So let's just get into this. You know what I'm saying? So when the racketeering and gang conspiracy trial of Jeffrey Williams, best known as chart-topping rapper Young Thug, began on Monday in Atlanta, a star defendant had been in jail for 567 days, already estimated to last the better part of the year. The trial took nearly twice that long to even get going, with the case's legal intricacies, unforeseen courtroom dramas, plea deals, and various other delays leading to a jury selection process that lasted nearly 10 months. Much about the case, which seeks to answer whether one of the most famous and influential rappers of his time was also spearheading a violent criminal enterprise, could be described as epic, including its scope with alleged crimes from 2015 to 2022, and its effect on rap in the city that remains one of the genre's centers of innovation, and its entanglement with the potential legal fate of former President Donald Trump. J. Trump. So in August, the grand jury convened by the District Attorney Fannie T. Willis of Fulton County indicted Mr. Trump and others in a conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia under the same criminal racketeering law, or RICO, used to charge Young Thug. That's interesting. All right. So, but first, in something of the practical test for Mrs. Willis' creative use of Georgia's RICO statute, there is YSL. Prosecutors say that Young Thug's YSL, or Young Slime Life, is a subset of the National Bloods led by Mr. Williams, who ordered and oversaw crimes including murder, attempted murder, armed robbery, witness intimidation, and drug dealing. Mr. Williams has pleaded not guilty and denied all charges, and he was initially charged alongside 27 associates, but after a slew of guilty pleas and served cases, he is now standing trial with 5 individuals. All right. So during the opening statements on Monday, Adrian Love, the chief deputy district attorney for Fulton County, said that YSL moved like a pack, with the defendant Jeffrey Williams as its lead, referring to the rapper by his nickname King Slime, as it sought to establish dominance, control, and fear through a pattern of illegal activities in the Atlanta area. So they knew who their leader was. They knew the repercussions of not obeying the leader, Mrs. Love said, after quoting from Rudyard Kipling's The Law of the Jungle. So lawyers for the rapper and the other defendants say that YSL is simply a successful record label. Young Stoner Life is now an imprint under Warner Music Group, and a collection of his friends, collaborators who portray a gangster image in the music and videos because of the tough life circumstances, and because that's what sells. All right. So while some of those charged in the original indictment may have committed isolated crimes, lawyers for Mr. Williams say he is not responsible for their actions or the one pulling the strings, as prosecutors contend. He is not running this criminal street gang, Mr. Williams' primary lawyer Brian Steele said during his own opening statement, detailing his client's rags to riches story, from depression, despair, hopelessness, and helplessness to international renown. He is not sitting there telling people to kill people. He doesn't need their money. Instead, Mr. Steele framed Mr. Williams as an artist who refused to abandon his community and was taken advantage of by the very criminals, these liars, these snitches, these rats. What? Who will now testify against him? Jeffrey doesn't even know most of the people in the indictment, Mr. Steele added. They all know him because everybody in that area knows Jeffrey Williams. He is known as Michael Jordan. He is known as the Michael Jordan of that area. Yo, this lawyer seems like he's gonna really he's trying to sell some shit, but to me, I'm not buying it. Let's continue because I want to make sure that I read this thoroughly for the people who don't understand this case. Here's what to know about the complex trial as it begins. Who is Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug? Mr. Williams, 32, is one of modern Atlanta's rap icons, having remade the genre in his image over the past decade, combining psychedelic experimentalism in his voice, melody, lyricism, fashion, with the hardened street edge and a sneaky pop sensibility. Mr. Williams has earned 3 number 1 albums on Billboard chart and collaborated widely with musicians including Drake, Kanye West, Future, and Travis Scott. All right. So in 2018, as a featured artist, Thug reached number 1 on the singles chart with singer Camila Cabello Havana. The following year, he won a Grammy for Song of the Year as a writer of Childish Gambino's "This Is America," the first rap song to win that award. He's the 10th of 11 children. Mr. Williams was raised in the Jonesboro South housing projects and alongside desolate South Atlanta corridor, Cleveland Avenue. He founded YSL in that area around late 2012, according to the court documents, in association with 2 other men, both of whom had pleaded guilty in the case. All right. What exactly is Mr. Williams being charged with? The case centers around January 10th, 2015 killing of Donovan Thomas Jr., known as Nut or Big Nut, in a drive-by shooting. Mr. Thomas, according to the law enforcement, was a high-ranking member of another blood subset known as the Inglewood family, or IF, as well as behind the scenes connector in Atlantic rap music affiliated with artists Rich Homie Quan and YFN Lucci. So Mr. Willis and district attorney said that Mr. Thomas' killing led to a gang war and created violence like Atlanta has never seen, including more than 50 violent encounters as YSL and its allies traded attacks with IF members and their affiliates in the crew known as YFN Lucci. Born Rayshawn Bennett is also awaiting trial for a 2021 RICO indictment against YFN in the Fulton County. So that was just some additional details. But while Mr. Williams is not charged with Mr. Thomas' murder, prosecutors say he helped arrange the killing because of the intra-gang beefs and rap business disputes. He rented the silver Infiniti Q50 sedan that was used in the shooting, prosecutors say, and then gave those involved cash and directions to lay low. All right. So Mr. Steele, a lawyer for Mr. Williams, said that his opening statement that the rapper rented the cars for his friends for friends all the time and was pulled unknowingly into a dispute between Mr. Thomas and another man, Kenneth Copeland or Lil Woody, who was expected to testify against Mr. Williams. See how this go? You know they always say them streets don't love you, and listen, when they get on them, when they get on the stand, they gonna sing like canaries. It always goes like that. So listen, let me continue. He uses Jeffrey Williams just like a lot of people. Mr. Steele said of Mr. Copeland, Rico was originally designed to dismantle organized crime groups like the mafia, and it allows prosecutors to argue that Mr. Williams and others committed overt acts in furtherance of YSL's broader criminal conspiracy. The law does not require the state to prove that Mr. Williams knew about or ordered all of the subsequent crimes, only that he was head of the enterprise and carried them out. The original 56 count indictment included just 2 specified counts against Mr. Williams: conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act and participation in a criminal gang activity. But as a re-indictment in August of 2022, stemming from search of Mr. Williams' homes where he was arrested, added 9 additional counts, 6 of them against Mr. Williams. So those additional gun and drug charges included possession of an illegal machine gun and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Lawyers for Mr. Williams have said that many people stayed at his homes and that the contraband did not belong to him. So they trying to like exile him from all of this. So if convicted on all charges, the rapper faces up to 120 years in prison. Damn. So what about the other defendants? Those being tried alongside Mr. Williams includes Marquavius Huey, known as Qua, Diamante Kendrick, known as rapper Yak Gotti, Quamarvius Nichols, Rodalius Ryan, who was already serving a life in prison for a 2019 murder, and Shannon Stillwell, known as SB Shannon Jackson, all are charged with violating the RICO law. Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Stillwell are charged with executing the murder of Thomas in 2015. Hold on, let me drink some water. Feeling a little parched. All right. So they were charged with executing the murder of Mr. Thomas in 2015, while Mr. Stillwell and Mr. Nichols stand accused of the murder of Shimel Drinks in 2022, among other counts. Out of the 28 original defendants, 13 had their cases separated from the group for various procedural and logistical reasons, while 9 pleaded guilty, including Mr. Williams' brother Quantavious Greer, who raps as Unfolk, and Gunna, born Sergio Kitchens, a popular one-time collaborator of Mr. Williams, despite controversy over whether his guilty plea amounted to snitching. Gunna has returned to commercial success while on probation, remaining largely mum on the case. All right, so that's about Gunna. So, in all, 4 of the original 28 defendants were already serving life in prison, and others had already been convicted of crimes listed as overt acts in the indictment, such as the Little Wayne tour bus shooting in 2015 by an accused YSL member named Jimmy Winfrey. All right. And it says, why has this case taken so long? Because the Georgia RICO statute allows prosecutors to group together crimes that may have seem unrelated if they are in support of a shared objective. The case consists of intricate web events spanning many years, alleged participants, victims, evidence, and up to 400 potential witnesses, winnowed down from by winnowed down from 700 by prosecutors in the days before opening statements. All right. So RICO is a tool that allows a prosecutor's office or law enforcement to tell the whole story, Mrs. Willis has said. So in the case, her office will have to prove the existence of an enterprise, that YSL is a criminal street gang and a pattern of racketeering activity. The 95-page indictment against YSL included 191 overt acts that the state says that were in the furtherance of the criminal enterprise, which sought to intimidate rivals, protect territory, and to bolster its brand. Attempting to try all of these individuals and crimes together while telling the story of a broader conspiracy through the overt acts could, re- could result in the trial lasting many months, which made seating a jury difficult. Some 2,000 Fulton County residents were considered, and months were spent hearing their hardships as they explained why they could not be away from their life and work for that long. Damn. So the panel of 12 jurors includes 7 black women, 2 black men, 2 white women, and 1 white man. The 6 alternates include 4 black women, 1 black man, and 1 white man. All right. Along the way, disruptions involving lawyers, potential jurors, and even a court deputy who was arrested over an alleged relationship with a defendant extended the proceedings. See, when his rules were violated, the judge in the case, Euro Glanville, resorted to creative punishments like ordering a potential juror to write a 30-page essay on requiring a tardy lawyer to buy everyone lunch sourced from a famous Atlanta strip club, of course. Damn. So on Monday, the opening statement scheduled to begin. The case was once again plagued by delays, first because of the car trouble for a juror, and later over procedural disputes as lawyers on both sides argued about what could be included in their first remarks on the jury. So, following the prosecution's presentation, only one lawyer representing one of the 6 defendants addressed the jury before court ended for the day. Opening statements were set to continue on Tuesday. Now, this is the part where they discuss, will the lyrics be used at the trial? So, despite strong legal opposition from the defense and the public activism to protect Black art, the judge ruled in early November that at least 17 specific sets of lines from the music of Young Thug and YSL artists could be used by the state to argue for existence of the gang, the defendants' membership in the alleged criminal conspiracy, and their mind state regarding specific crimes they were accused of committing. So, lawyers for Mr. Williams contended that the use of lyrics, videos, and social media posts was racist and and discrimination because the jury will be so poisoned and prejudiced by these lyrics, poetry, artistry, speech that it amounted to unlawful character and assassination. Look, I don't know how I would feel if I was on the receiving end of those families, for the ones who had to bury those individuals. So listen, I'm just going to see where this case goes, and I'm going to continue reading. But I just wanted to state that. So in court, Mr. Steele said that Young Thug's lyrics, yes, he speaks about killing 12. Atlanta slang for police and people being shot and drugs and drive-by shootings. This is an environment that he grew up in. These are people he knew. These are the stories he knew. These are the words that he rhymed. All right. But prosecutors had successfully argued earlier that the lyrics were simply supporting evidence, not unlike a killer's written manifesto, that YSL existed as a gang and committed crimes as part of its aims, and therefore were not protected by the First Amendment. We didn't chase the lyrics to solve the murder. We chased the murder and found the lyrics. Miss Love, the deputy district attorney, said during her opening statement. The prosecutors added in a slideshow, "We are going to show you that the defendants participated in an enterprise in a way that had nothing to do with record label, killing, robbing, stealing, except their actions made their rap more real when they chose to rap about their actions in their songs." Damn. So, other similar evidence, including tattoos and hoodies, as well as emoji usage, YSL slang like slat and slime, and the group's popular wipe your nose hand gesture, will also be invoked at the trial in attempts to prove that YSL existed as a criminal enterprise and was linked by certain customs and expectations. You notice that they keep using that word criminal enterprise. I feel like, to me personally, it feels like he's not going to make it off on this. Like, I would be surprised. I don't know if he's going to get 120 years, but the way that they shaping this up, it don't seem like he's going to make it up out of here. So in racketeering and gang conspiracy case like the one facing YSL, prosecutors argue evidence of existence in the nature of the organization is not only relevant, it's required. All right. So that's that. So we pretty much, read that article. So I hope that you have a better understanding of, what's going on with Young Thug's YSL RICO trial. I wanted to share this also from the Shade Room. So this was Young Thug's lawyer in court. I felt like he made a fool of himself. But listen, let me tell you somehow I truly feel with this lawyer. I feel like sometimes the lawyers with the whole system, they know that they know that the lawyer, you know, of the defendant is lying, and they got to put on you. It's like you got to tap dance. You understand what I'm saying? So the attorney in Young Thug's trial says that the group name YSL comes from friends wearing Yves Saint Laurent women jeans. Don't Yves Saint Laurent make men jeans as well? It's like he sound to me is dumb. So let's just check this out before we move on.
When Jeffrey was coming up and making it, Lil Wayne had and repped, talked about Cash Money Records. That's his label. Jeffrey's friends in Cleveland Avenue, they call themselves YSL because on the pants, the tight-fitting pants, the women's pants that they're wearing, it says YSL, Yves Saint Laurent.
Because the tight fitting pants that the women's jeans, they call it YSL. It's like he looks so damn dopey. Listen, I don't know what to believe. Like when he's up there, he's just like, to me, that's like the vibes of a public pretender that we used to call it in New York when they say a public defender, public pretender, because he's sounding crazy to me. So anyway, I know that was a long reading. We 19 minutes in. Please make sure that you thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel if you still here. Please make sure that you support. That Cash App is on the screen, also in the description. So listen, next thing I want to move on to is this situation about Diddy. So Diddy is being kicked out of the schools. I wanted to share this with y'all real quick. So, damn, it's like the snowball effect. One that every action has a reaction. And listen, Cassie, they might have settled and dismissed, but this is the remnants of it all. So, Capital Preparatory Charter Schools announced the end of their partnership with Diddy. Yeah, so these were some schools there. I think they were based in They were based in Harlem and also in Connecticut. So it says it looks like Diddy's partnership with Capital Preparatory Charter Schools has come to an end on Tuesday. Dr. Steve Perry, the founder of the head of schools, made an official announcement. In a statement posted on the school's official website, Dr. Perry said, following a comprehensive evaluation, a decision has been made to end the partnership between Capital Preparatory Schools and Sean Combs. While the decision was not made lightly, we firmly believe that it is the best interest of our organization's health and future. Damn. According to the news, Diddy was involved in a launch of the charter schools Harlem's location in 2016 and 2021. He made $1 million donation and went towards the school's Bronx. What's that? Bronx location. The news of the school's decision to part ways with the mogul came shortly after it was announced that he will be stepping down as a chairman of Revolt. Listen, I told y'all earlier in my video earlier, I think Diddy, he needs to be under watch, because being soaring for that long and getting away with the devilish acts that he's committed. Now listen, the Cassie situation and the other two women who have come forward, it's like they always say this, and let me know if you heard this before in the comments. They always say that narcissists do not like to be found out. To me, Diddy is a narcissist. He's a textbook narcissist based on how he's given it up. Like, you know what I'm saying, that with the details. So they don't like to be found out. So I hope that, listen, he needs to sit here and suffer through it. Let's see what his next move is going to be. Shit, he's still, at the end of the day, he may still have more money than us, but to be kind of like to be under the radar like this is not good publicity at all, and it's definitely going to impact that money. So listen, I'll bring this up real quick on the side. So let's look this up. So Capital Preparatory Schools, this is their website. Let's look at their locations. So they have the Harlem School. So he kicked out of Harlem. They got the Bronx School. I guess that's the one he donated $1 million to. He kicked out of the Bronx. And then Capital Preparatory Harbor, they're in Bridgeport, Connecticut. They got 2 locations in Bridgeport, Connecticut. So yo, Diddy, I wonder what's gonna come next. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know, listen, I know that this is not none of my business, but I kind of want to know, how much money did Cassie get for that settlement? Like, you know what I'm saying? Christmas is coming up. I know them kids is getting nice gifts. I know her and Bay, I know they going, listen, they probably going to move somewhere undisclosed. They listen, you know what I always said, that if I made it big on some shit like that, I would get a house that was not in my name. I would find, but then of course you want your house to be in your name, because then you have somebody else has legal right. I don't know how I would do it, but Cassie, she needs to fly under the radar, because Diddy losing all of these opportunities and shit like that, I feel like, listen, you never know what he can do, or he could put the battery in somebody back and maybe put a hit out on her or her family. You just never know how shit goes, right? You just don't know. So anyway, I want to move on to Cardi B. So Cardi B is an audio that was leaked by Got the Scoop. And let me bring this up a little closer. So it says Cardi B explains in a leaked audio why she couldn't sue another blogger during the Tasha K case, and claims that one of the points her and her lawyer was trying to argue is that she isn't sensitive because she wasn't suing another blogger. And in the audio, it says that we going back and forth because she be threatening to me, and we be threatening to sue her. But the reason why we haven't sued her is because it will affect my Tasha K appeal. Because one thing about Tasha K case is that one thing about the Tasha K case is because one of the points we made is that I'm not sensitive because I'm not suing any other blogger. So let's check this audio out, and you let me know what you think about this.
We be going back and forth because she be threatening to sue me, and we be threatening to sue her. But the reason why we haven't sued her is because it will affect my Tasha K appeal. Because one thing about the Tasha K case is that it's like one of the points is that like that we make in the Tasha K case is that like I'm not sensitive because I'm not suing any other blogger but her. And they trying to make it seem like I'm sensitive, but it's like it's not like a sensitive thing because she's the only one that's getting split.
So is this a lie? Like, I mean, she made it seem like she was sensitive in the Tasha K case, with all of the details that she said, how it impacted her life with her husband and things like that, and how she had all of these this this huge bill for psychological services and things like that. This whole listen, I knew that Cardi was on that. I knew that she was in that pulpit on that stand performing. You know what I'm saying? I knew that she was performing up in there. She wanted to see Tasha K go through what she had to go through, and them lawyers got to get paid, and she wanted. Trust me, Cardi is not. Cardi knows what the fuck is going on. I also want to know who leaked this audio, who's close to her and even got their hands on this to be in a position to even leak it. Like, you got to start listening, check what's going on in your crew. But the way that Cardi is and trying to get shit drudged up, you don't know if her team or somebody even leaked this. I'm not sure where got the scoop got this from. Also, I wanted to add this while we talking about Cardi B. I was wondering, the first thing I thought of when I seen this was, I remember that Black T Blog was saying that she was suing Cardi for doxing her. So I didn't know if it was something related to that, but I literally can't think of another woman blogger who she would be suing. You know what I'm saying? Drop it in the comments if you think that you know who it is, but I don't know who else that Cardi B would be suing. I seen somebody mention online that it was probably Angie from the Shade Room, but how could she sue Angie from the Shade Room? You know what I'm saying? It's always something different with Cardi B. Listen, she be on some bullshit. Cardi B be on some shit where she want to just be in the news and just, she want to be in the algorithm, as they say, just because of shit going on, and she wants her names in it. She wants her name in the mix. Cardi B has never taken a hiatus because she knows that if she goes away, that the public will forget about her. Even though they've already forgotten about her. Bongos is number 97 this week on the Billboard. It dropped 25 spots. So next week it'll definitely be off the Billboard. And what's that? 10 weeks. $2 million video, Crazy Payola. How does a song that gets Crazy Payola like that even fall off the charts that quick? Listen, my cousin told me this years ago, and I go by it. Like, you try hard, you die hard. Not saying that she gonna die, but I'm talking about it ain't no future in front. You try hard, you die hard. There's no reason. Let the hits be hits if they truly hits. Stop forcing shit with fake radio playing shit like that. And then when the amazing artists don't get that, we sitting back wondering what's going on. No, you don't deserve that. So listen, before we get into that Nicki Minaj conversation, because Nicki did go live tonight, if you still here, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you support the channel as well. The Cash App is on the screen. That is a way that I would like to be supported. So shout out to the people who sent me love today. I appreciate y'all. But listen, the link is in the description and also in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you support. So the last thing we're gonna move on to is Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj is on.
Friday 2
Hold on a
perfume
second.
before Friday 2 came out recently. Loving it. I can't stop. I'm obsessed.
So Nicki was on.
I've always been a perfume person. One of those people that
Hold on.
spray mad perfume and when people spray like little, I'll be like, oh, that's so cute. Like how that,
All right. So
I'll be
Nicki
like,
was on live tonight. Give me a second.
I can't wait to see you in Canada. Thank you, darling.
Hold on a second. Why that shit do that? That
The
shit
tour
pissed me off.
starts in March.
I wanted to mute it. All right. So Nicki Minaj was on live tonight. She was talking about how the tour is she was mentioning how the tour is coming. Damn, what the fuck? These niggas, yo. Anyway, she was mentioning how the tour was coming in March, and she also mentioned that the album, she said she was still recording and how she just got some vocals in. So what she was stating is that she was thinking of maybe pushing the album back for another week. So to me, I feel like, I don't care if we wait. Shit, we waited this long already, but it was some people saying that they had some things planned. People were saying that they took off work, and a lot of people, I think somebody was mentioning in the comments that they had a Nicki night plans for the album to come out. So people are really riding on this, this album to drop, and they're ready for the 8th. And some people that listen, we only had one prior album release date before this, so I don't see why people are so pressed. And we getting it, Nicki announced the tour routing. So hopefully those tickets will be dropping soon. Also, she released her fragrance. She announced her nail line that's coming out. So Nicki is moving and Nicki is pumping. I'm just excited to see what this album's going to talk about. What she's going to be talking about on this album. Because she was just saying, she's constantly letting us know that this album is so amazing, and how, how she's talking on it. She can't wait to be able to talk about the album. Nicki's subject matter is always crazy. So I'm just excited. Pink Friday 2. Make sure you got that money up. You know what I'm saying? I always urge y'all. When you go to the store, I have to make sure that I reiterate this in several videos. When you go to the store and you buy that album, I need you to make sure when you buy that album, that you purchase, you check out. So say you go to the store and you buy 4 copies, I need you to check out each separate transaction. Do not scan four albums and check out four and pay it like that. No, let them know that you want to scan out one, boom, scan that out, pay it, get that receipt, scan it, boom, another receipt, boom, scan it, another receipt, and then onward like that. You don't want to scan out all four, because listen, we ain't taking no chances. We trying to make sure that we do good, because you know that we going to stream high. You know that we going to do good on the pure sales, because I think that QC, he said that we are already at like 50% of the goal on the physical unit. So, and we don't know what the quantity has been sold through the other distributors like Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, Target. We don't know what's been sold so far. So I'm just excited for Pink Friday 2. Make sure that you got that money up. Make sure that you're ready to just go hard for the queen. And I'm excited to hear this project as well. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let me get this off the screen. So listen, we made it to the end of the video. I gave y'all a 30-minute video. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to really break down that YSL case, because I know that on this channel, I typically talk about female rap commentary and things like that. So, I wanted to make sure that I read that article, in case there's some people who don't know what's going on with that case and they just wanted to kind of like brush up on it as well. So I hope that you appreciated that, if you like the reading and all of that. So listen, this is your boy LaRon, female rap elite. Make sure that you support this channel. Thumbs up the video. Supporting is also thumbing up the video, sharing the video, and then also support through the Cash App if you can. It's not, it's not like a must, but you can support in many different ways. So listen, I'm up out of here. Be blessed. Subscribe, thumbs up, all that. This is your boy LaRon, female rap elite. I'm out. Peace.